Welcome to Intellect Insight, where smart learning meets simple explanations. Today we are mastering how to calculate percentages quickly in your head. Let's start with the basics. What is a percent? The word percent means per 100. So 10% simply means 10 out of every 100. Now let's see how to use this to calculate fast. Trick 1. The 10% rule. Move the decimal one place left to get 10%. Now let's see an example. 10% of 400. If you move decimal to the left, it will be 40. That's your answer. Trick 2. Use 10% as your building block. Means using 10% to find 5%, 15% and 20%. Now, let's say if you want to find 10% of 300, then it will be 30 as we have discussed earlier. Now, if you want to calculate 5% of 300, then you have already got an answer for 10% of 300 which was 30. Now you just need to divide by 2, so it will be 15 because half of 10% will be 5%, and if you divide 30 by 2 it will be 15. Now what if you want to calculate 15%? Then it's very simple. You simply take 30 from 10% of 300 which was 30, then half of 10% was 15. You simply add 10% plus 5% means 30 plus 15, it will be 45. Then 20% of 300, it will be 2 multiply 10% means 2 times 10%. So it will be 30 multiply 2 which will be 60. Trick 3. 1% rule for precision. Start with 1% if the number is tricky. Let's say 1% of 360, it will be 3.6. Then if you want to calculate 4%, then you already knew the answer for 1% of 360, which was 3.6. Now if you want to calculate 4%, now you already have an answer for 1% of 360, so you simply need to multiply 3.6 multiply 4. It will be 14.4. Simple multiplication, and that's your answer. Now let's understand real life example of what we have discussed. Let's apply it. A 1200 rupee item is 25% off. So what will be the price? So 10% of 1200, it will be 120. Now if you want to calculate 5% of 1200, it will be 60. And now our aim is to calculate 25% of 1200. So 25, which will be 10% plus 10% plus 5%. So if you simply add whatever answer you got earlier of 10% of 1200 and 5% of 1200, you add it here and it will be 120 plus 120 plus 60. The answer will be 300. And the final price, if you subtract 300 from 1200, it will be 900 rupee item. You just did a cell calculation in seconds. Practice this with everyday prices and you will be mental math pro in no time. Thanks for watching Intellect Insight. If this helped you, don't forget to write it down in the comment section below. See you in the next video. Keep learning, keep hustling.